McIntyre.
Sir, as the final speaker in this debate, apart from your good self, sir, I want to endorse the warm thanks that so many others have expressed to the many fine folk who work in this complex to keep the House functioning throughout the year. And they include, of course, the cleaners, the security team, the Hansard staff, messengers, the Epicure team, our comms teams and advisors, the Office of the Clerk, Chamber Gallery team, our wonderful executive assistants, and could I particularly single out the remarkable Margaret Hyland, who has now coped with me for 7 long years, and anyone else I've failed to mention. May I also acknowledge the Government Whip's Office team, managed by Sue Reid, and thank my excellent colleagues Jamie Lee Ross and Joe Hayes, who support me in our work so well. Could I wish Jamie Lee a very happy 30th birthday for tomorrow. I know, isn't it sickening? Only 30, but never know. Sir, I thank all the whips and musterers from throughout the House because, in fact, we do work very well together, and I think collectively the whips across the House manage to keep this place flowing and in our business. I want to thank those who also work in our out-of-Parliament offices, including my superb team in the Hamilton West electorate office, the dynamic Bridget Brandt, Valerie Langley and Anne-Marie Case-Miller. All of our electorate agents around the country do a remarkable job and provide excellent service to the people of New Zealand. And may I also thank our spouses, partners and children who sacrifice so much for us to be here. How very fortunate we are, and how lovely it is to think that we'll finally get to spend a bit of time with them over the next few weeks. Sir, they all deserve prizes, and as it's school prize-giving season, and as MPs we get to go to our fair share of them, I want to hand out a few of my own, particularly as we've had some awards handed out to the government from the other side, and it would be churlish of us not to reciprocate. So in no particular order, the Sir Basil Arthur Memorial Prize for Parliament's Loudhailer is awarded to Dunedin North MP Dr David Clark for the worst and most frequent assault on the eardrums in 50 years. Dr Clark also shares the Tony Ryle Sartorial Shocker Trophy for his regular appearances in the House in that fluorescent crimson jacket. The co-recipient in his absence is former ACT leader Rodney Hyde for the unforgettable canary yellow jacket. He receives this award as a warning to his parliamentary successor that should the garment ever be seen in this House again, it will result in the wearer being referred to the Privileges Committee by someone who has developed quite a bit of form in that in recent times. The "It was my party and I'll cry and sue if I want to" award goes, of course, to Colin Craig. The Yippee Award for Resurrection Studies goes to the Honourable Judith Collins. The Taylor Swift Award for reportedly spending weeks touring New Zealand without anyone actually noticing goes to Andrew Little. The Johnny Walker Trophy for Incoherence at Question Time goes again this year to the right incomprehensible Winston Peters. The Leo A Familia Asanate Lole Taylor Memorial Award for the most unexpected utterance on national television goes to ACT leader David Seymour for The French Love the Appendage. The Paul Goldsmith Prize for Best Recovery After Falling Off the Stage award goes to Stephen Browning for achieving the remarkable feat of remaining standing despite apparently falling asleep within 15 seconds of the commencement of most of his speeches. The David Parker, Jerry Brownlee, Brokeback Mountain moment goes to former Labour leaders Phil Goff and David Cunliffe for sharing a bench in the back row of the opposition crossbenches so eagerly since Mr Little's recent reshuffle. And finally, sir, the Masochism Award for choosing to spend hours in here listening to us all goes to you and your merry men, Chester Burrows, Lindsay Tish and Trevor Mallard, and to the Clerks, Sergeant-at-Arms, Roland, Maureen and the Chamber Gallery team. God bless you all, and may you eventually be cured of this horrendous affliction. Mr Speaker, what a great year it has been for New Zealand. Surplus achieved, the TPPA over the line, the first substantial increase in benefits to thousands of New Zealanders in more than 40 years. Those stunning knocks by Ross Taylor recently saving the test at the Wacker that looked gone for all money, and Martin Guptill's superb 237 not out, which catapulted the Black Caps into our first ever World Cup cricket final. And the All Blacks' emphatic retention of the Rugby World Cup, making us all so proud to be New Zealanders. When we go to the polls, sir, in 2017, we need to remember that we never won the World Cup under Helen Clark's leadership, whereas under the stunning leadership of the Right Honourable John Key, we've never lost it. Sir, it is a great privilege to serve in this House, and in the spirit of the season, I wish all MPs and your families and everyone who works here a very Merry Christmas, a wonderful summer, and all the best for the year ahead.